What's up, everybody? Jensen Cummings here. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. We're talking job posts don't say anything. Nothing worth anything.
In terms of value, I feel like there's just not enough transparency when you're stepping into an establishment, right? Because there's always going to be some sort of pecking order, and you have to understand how that works, because there's going to be politics and you're going to have to know how to navigate those when you come in. And so not only do you have the politics, but you have kind of like the workplace psychology, right? Because you can't press certain buttons with certain people, and certain people like certain things done a certain way. And I think that understanding that's really important.
Honesty when you're coming into a new place. When I talk to somebody who's new on my team, I always try to be as honest with them as I can about how things work, the hierarchy, how people behave, what they do and don't like, and what our workplace culture is, what's acceptable and what's not. And that's the most important thing to me.
A fake job post, job description, that was one of the most hilarious Onion type articles that I've read. And I just wanted to give him some props on this for how ridiculous it was, yet slightly true in the way we react. I want to read this one part. Lucrative benefits, including hams per 7 shifts and a 10% discount on a shift meal, can only be purchased during lunchtime on Mondays and Wednesdays and must be eaten within 2 minutes or less over a trash can. And it goes on and on, but I wanted to pop that up there and touch on this.
Add on to that, like when you get hired, I feel like there's like a part of a script, right, that has to do with like the legalities of the breaks that you're supposed to have over a certain amount of hours. And they just have to tell you that because that's what the law says.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all know it's bullshit. So yeah, where can we as an industry step up and be like, all right, we need to make sure that we're taking care of each other and our people.
What Susie was saying about being expendable, about being a pawn, is they view you as a warm body to fill a position and not a person. They're not treating you with empathy the way that they would want to be treated if they were being hired somewhere. And I think that we need to see a lot more of that on both sides, of course. See where your boss is coming from, but also see where the employees are coming from and what they would want to go forward to give you the best of themselves.
Because I mentioned this ridiculousness of the expectations that we have for resume and how resumes say absolutely nothing. All of this, yada, yada, it says nothing. Experience in food service, helpful, great. Sounds amazing. At least they gave us the shift hours, unlike the breakfast place. But then it says hour, semicolon, plus tips. And it's like, plus tips, there could be something there. Like, tell me, what does that mean? Give me an idea of what to expect. But then we spelled hourly wrong. And look, it happens. But the responsibility of professionalism, I know that this manager also then will find a reason to throw somebody's resume in the trash because they spelled restaurant wrong. And we can't even do that on a job post. And a resume is a page long with hundreds of words. And this has 47 words and we can't spell one of them correctly. And so where is the expectation of professionalism?
There's standards that I'm hearing is a lack of standards on that post. As an employer, you're not really, it's careless, it's sloppy. Doesn't mention anything about, for me, it'd be like paid training, any kind of incentives for the employee to put a sandwich together. I mean, the sandwich is like the most, you have to have a standard, a formula, a way of you're putting the thing together. And if you can't describe that in an enticing manner to a potential person who is going to be spending a bulk of these hours of their life, you have to make it appealing.
I know that a lot of these crappy ads just come from burnout on their side. The same way that we get burnt out, they get burnt out. And I just think a lot of that responsibility needs to come back on the owners of these establishments as well, to make sure that the people who are out searching for your new sandwich artists are also feeling valued, and that they're not exhausted, that they're getting the time to take care of themselves, just like we need to as well.
There's a lot to dissect, these micro topics. And as always, we are trying to find workplaces worth working. How do we evolve? How do we build this industry into something where there is a sense of belonging, a sense of meaning and purpose, not just a job?